Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Multi-Jack on 71 here, and I'm going to be giving you a review of WrestleMania 26. Here, of course, are our four main event matches: Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels, John Cena vs. Batistia for the WWE title, Chris Jericho vs. Edge for the World Heavyweight title, and Bret Hart vs. Mr. McMahon in a no-holds-barred match. Here are some pictures. Bret giving the sharpshooter to Vince, Shawn Michaels the Undertaker just before their match, and another big picture of Shawn Michaels the Undertaker during their amazing match. Here, of course, are 3 discs. Each disc, of course, got a picture behind it, is a picture of the Money in the Bank ladder match. This is after Chris Jericho and Edge's match. This is where Edge speared him off the announce table into the security wall. And here is John Cena doing the 5-knuckle shuffle off the top turnbuckle to the Batista during their match. Alright, and of course, release it. Here we are. Alright, Fantasia sings America the Beautiful. Whatever, pretty much. You know, if you're a fan of Fantasia, then listen to it. If not, then skip it. Alright, the show kicked off with the Unified Tag Team Championship match between Big Show and The Miz, and they were taking on John Morrison and R-Truth. I had a feeling this would be the opener because it was a title match, and you know, these are like the future of the WWE here. You know, we had The Miz, Morrison and R-Truth, and Big Show, one of the older guys in the business, but still, you know, it was a good way to kick the show off. Problem was, it was a little bit too short. It was more of a match you see on Raw or SmackDown, maybe even a bit better, because they did a lot of fancy moves in this match. Morrison and R-Truth probably dominated the match more than Big Show and The Miz did. So I have to admit, it was pretty good. But in the end, it would be Big Show getting the cover on John Morrison after hitting the right hand. You know, the big famous knockout of the Big Show. I'll give the match, I've scored 2 stars and a quarter. It's a pretty good way to start the show off, I thought. Sights and sounds of WrestleMania week. Pretty much, you know, the highlights, the golf tournament, fan access, and all that stuff. The triple threat match between Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase. This matchup, I have to admit, I found it a bit weird that it was the second match of the night, especially since it was quite a big feud at the time, and I would expect it to sound like a movie. The matchup was pretty much what we thought it would be. Randy Orton dominated the match at first, until Ted and Cody got into the match, and kind of delivered a beat down on Randy Orton style, though, which I liked. And then Cody Rhodes climbed the top turnbuckle, about to go for like a moonsault. Ted DiBiase quickly went for a cover. Cody Rhodes quickly broke it up. They started to argue. Then Cody threw Ted outside the ring. Then Cody went for a cover. Then Ted came in, and then pretty much a triple threat match finally took place during this triple threat match. Randy Orton got back into the match, hit a few big moves on both Ted and Cody, like a double DDT. Then he punted Cody. Then Ted DiBiase tried to sneak up on Orton. He went for Dream Streak. Randy would roll Ted out of it, then hit a great RKO to win the match. I give it 3 stars. Bit too short, but it was a good match. Josh Matthews interviews Vicky Guerrero. Meant to be about Undertaker and Shawn Michaels' career versus streak match later on in the night, but it turned out to be just like a weird promo for Slim Jim involving Santino in the end. So that's quite funny. Then we had the Money in the Bank ladder match. Kofi Kingston, MVP, Evan Bourne, Jack Swagger, Shelton Benjamin, Matt Hardy, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Kane and Christian. Fast SmackDown 5 Raw, very good match. Bit too many people though. We didn't see enough of like Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, and probably guys like Christian, and I probably will say Kofi Kingston didn't give out as amazing performances as they actually did last year at WrestleMania 25. Which I have to admit was a bit disappointing. But guys like Matt Hardy and Evan Bourne got to show off their, you know, high flying skills. Matt Hardy was the man of the match. You know, he did excellent. Evan Bourne hit airborne off the ladder to Christian, which was amazing. Matt Hardy practically threw Evan off a ladder, a very sick fall. Christian and Jack Swagger would come down to in the end, and Swagger would hit Christian with the briefcase and win the match. At the current time when this event was live, Swagger ended up taking about 20 seconds or 15, something like that, to unhook the briefcase, so they cut that bit out, which I think was best too. The Hall of Fame inductees of class 2010, I'll quickly show you them. We've got Mad Dog, LaShawn, Wendy, Rickner, Stu Hart, Antonio Inoki, Bobby Ugo, Gorgeous George, and the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. I'll talk to you about that a little bit later on. Next up was Triple H versus the Celtic Warrior Sheamus. This was Sheamus' big debut at WrestleMania, you know. This was like a very hyped up match. which I, for one, wasn't looking that much forward to, because I just thought to myself that Sheamus wasn't ready for that big matchup at a WrestleMania, especially since he'd only been in the business for about, I think it was like 8 months, 9 to 10 months, you know, just a little bit not ready enough. But boy, the Diva was on. He did brilliant in this match. He dominated the Triple H about 50% of the match, then Triple H got back into it. Then these guys would really do some great stuff. Sheamus would hit the bro kick, Triple H would kick out, then spine buster, high knee and all that would come into play. Then Sheamus hit a high knee again on Triple H. I mean the bro kick, sorry, and it was actually outside the ring, so Triple H would go back inside the ring, and then Sheamus was a bit too cocky. He was going to go for that move he hits, I forgot what it's called. Then Triple H quickly counter, a very out of nowhere counter, and hit a pedigree and win the match. I think 3 stars and a quarter. A brilliant counter by Triple H, and a good match between these two guys, and great debut for Sheamus, even though he lost. Rey Mysterio versus CM Punk. Rey Mysterio came out as an avatar, that was really funny. Matchup about this, I didn't like, because it was too short. The feud was quite good, and you know they built it up even after WrestleMania, went on to go on Extreme Rules and Over the Limit. But the problem was it was just a matchup which could have probably been better than the 2 world title matches, and could have been one of the matches of the night. Unfortunately, it wasn't, because it was too short. It lasted about 6 to 7 minutes. Rey won like a traditional, like Rey Mysterio way, you know, get dominated first, but then hit a big 6-1 in the end after the crowd roared him into it. But it was just a bit too short, and definitely could have been a bit better. But I'll give it 3 stars because they did well in like 6 to 7 minutes, so they did pretty good. No holds barred match between Bret Hart and Mr. McMahon. What a disappointment this was. I'm sorry guys, but this match was crap. You know, the Hart family came down. Vince said he brought them, but then goes to show the Hart family tricked Vince, because they told Bret about it, and then Bret was saying that all on the mic, and then when the match finally begun, Bret dominated Vince at first in the Hart Dynasty, would get some action in it, then Vince would bring in a metal weapon, and Bret would hit Vince with it about 8 times. Then David Hart Smith grabbed a chair, let Bret hit Vince with it for about 17, 18 times, and finally Bret locked in the sharpshooter. Guys, this match was terrible. I'd give it 1 star, but seriously, it was terrible. Probably one of the most disappointing matches, or actually, if not the most disappointing match I've ever seen. I'm sorry. Now, onto the better stuff. The World Heavyweight Championship match. Chris Jericho versus Edge. This feud was a very hyped up one. You know, Edge, who of course made that big return to the Royal Rumble that year, was going to face Jericho for the world title. His former tag team partner, but Jericho left Edge, of course, after Edge tore his Achilles tendon. This was way back in 2009. And Jericho went on to be with the Big Show, and formed Jericho, and you know the whole story. Matchup was very good. Problem was the crowd. They were a little bit too dead for the match. They got into it once Edge hit the execution off the turnbuckle, and then spear attempts. One turned into a wall to Jericho, which Edge was able to get to the ropes, and the second one, Chris Jericho countered with the code breaker, which was fantastic. Then Jericho went for a spear of his own, which I thought was very good. Then Jericho grabbed the world title when the ref quickly turned away. He hit Edge with it. Then Edge kicked out for cover. Then Jericho hit a code breaker, not the best one ever. Edge kind of stood up a little bit too long before he fell, and then he get the cover. 4 stars, a very fantastic match. But after the match, Jericho went to attack Edge, but then Edge would do, I'll show you the picture again guys, this off this announce table, crashing through the security wall. This was fantastic. I'll give it 4 stars altogether, a very good match. And of course, as you all know, Jack Swagger would cash in Money in the Bank on Jericho the next week on SmackDown. 10 Diva tag team match. I'm not going to go through this, guys. This was just a basic Diva match, you know. Michelle McCall or Vicky Guerrero's team won. She did a tribute to Eddie, which was nice, but it was crap. I give like 1 star, which was not very good. Okay, now on to this 2, the WWE Championship match, Batista versus John Cena. Feud was very boring, but the matchup delivered a lot. Both of them were very good in the match. Not as good as their SummerSlam encounter, but still it was very good. Batista, about 10 minutes into the match, hit Batista bomb. Cena kicked out. And Cena hit an attitude adjustment, probably one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. Batista kicked out. Then a few months later, Batista went for another Batista bomb. Cena did a really weird, and I really mean a really weird counter for John Cena into an STF. And then Batista would tap out in the end. And Cena be the champion again. I'll give it 4 stars. It was very good. I think it did live up to the hype. Then we had the Street versus Career, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, 5 stars, guys. This is the match, you know, it was the main match of the night, the matchup that everybody wanted to see. Amount of moves that were in this match: choke slams, last rise, switchy music, elbow drops, Shawn's amazing moonsault off the turnbuckle onto the announce table. What a match, 5 stars. Undertaker won, but still Shawn out. Style. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Special features include the WrestleMania 26-man Battle Royal, which Yoshitatsu won. Then we've got some stuff about all the Hall of Famers, including Ted DiBiase versus Jake Snake Roberts at WrestleMania 6. Very good stuff. And of course, the Hall of Fame ceremony I thought was very good. Ted DiBiase's speech was very good. I enjoyed that. Gorgeous George's one was good. And Bobby Ueker's one was very funny. Stu Hart's was good. The Hart family. So guys, WrestleMania 26 overall gets 8.50 out of 10 from me. A very good pay-per-view and definitely a DVD to check out. Alright guys, this is Multi Jack on 971 here, and I am out.